Precious metal clay is a clay that's embedded with microns of fine silver, and you make your piece out of the clay, and during the firing process, which is the blue kilns over to the left, the clay dissipates. It burns off, and you're left with your piece in silver. So it allows you to use all sorts of different textures, which show up in a more defined way after the firing than they do when the clay is wet. So I'm going to do a quick demo on precious metal clay. Everything needs to be greased up a little bit so that the clay doesn't stick to your work surface, your roller, your texture plates. And that can be used with either olive oil or I'm using Burt's Bees. So my texture plate gets a little grease. Using playing cards so that I don't go any thinner than 5 cards thick. And that is so that during the firing process, the clay shrinks about 30%. So it's going to shrink in diameter as well as thickness. So you want to be sure to have your piece 5 cards thick, or you're going to have a hole in it after the firing. So this just works as a nice guide. So I'm using a texture piece on the background, which you don't have to do, but I like it because it adds a little accent to the back of your piece. And then I'm just gently rolling it on the texture plate. So that I get it to the right thickness. And then I'm going to put my texture sheet on the other side. So I'm going to lose a little bit of my thickness now, but I'm experienced, so I know how much I'm going to be losing. To a beginner, you'd keep your cards lined up very well on either side, as well as so that you wouldn't lose that thickness. And you peel up your texture plate, and you've got your texture on the front of your clay, as well as the back of your clay. Now I'm going to cut this to be used maybe for earrings. So just lining up your blade, cutting off a piece. So then we've got a small piece there. The rest I'm going to put back in, keep it moist. And put a small hole in. To put the hanger through. So that's that. Then it dries, as these have. So these are all dry, and I'll put these in the kiln. Here's a kiln. Put it in and it'll fire in the kiln at 1650 Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And the other kiln, you can take out some pieces that have been made by a group of ladies that were here. So you've gotten, you see that there's some shrinkage. There's 30% shrinkage. It's a nice frosted white. And the frosted white, it's now silver. But once it's tumbled, which is this, once it's tumbled, the frosted white will go away because the silver particles are binding together. And then it comes out of the tumbler in a nice shiny silver.
So it goes in white and comes out silver.
Goes in white, comes out silver.